Hello and welcome to the Shoegaze at 93 channel from the studio. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this surprise show that MBV, the Valentines, are putting on in Dublin. Apparently tonight, the 19th of November, Wednesday the 19th of November, My Bloody Valentine are playing a warm-up show in a small pub somewhere in Dublin. I'm really not geographically aware of Dublin. I've never been there before. I couldn't say what pub it is, but I'm sure you'll find out just by looking on Instagram. Any of their socials will tell you. But yeah, they're definitely playing some warm up show. Um, and the poster had the words "isn't anything" on it, obviously relating to their debut album from 1988. So I wonder if they're playing the album in full as a warm up, or is it more of a referential kind of term saying like this gig isn't anything, don't get your hopes up kind of thing. It's nothing. It's just simply a warm up. Maybe that's what they mean. They're doing like a play on words, using their own album as a reference. Um, but yeah, super interesting. If you're in Ireland right now, you want to get to that pub. Um, there were rumors apparently that they might play some new music in uh, in this set, but it's going to be super interesting. It might even be an acoustic performance, um, that'd be really interesting take actually. I mean, I can't imagine them setting up electric as an electrified band. I think it would be more of an acoustic affair. Perhaps even incorporating traditional Irish folk instruments into it. I imagine sometimes being played on a mandolin or fiddle. That'd be. I would pay to see that. That would be pretty remarkable. I can imagine a mandolin sort of playing like soon, for example, like playing the synth riff of soon. I can imagine that actually, and like Kevin's got his paddy hat on, like the green St. Patrick's Day hat on and stuff. Just sat there like an old man in the corner of the pub, and then you got like Belinda like wearing her wearing that dungaree kind of thing with a green top underneath it or something. And yeah, with like lily earrings and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. You know, it could be that. I don't know how they are that kind of wacky band, aren't they? I mean, you don't know what to expect. But yeah, I just want to hype it up really. And if you're in Ireland, definitely attend it. I mean, I'm flying out on Friday, so I'm not going to be there for it. Obviously, I'm still in Plymouth here at DBS Studios, doing my thing, working on my own music. But yeah, I thought I would just put a word in about that MBV mystery gig, which is just really compelling. Um, Raises a lot of questions, and yeah, one thing I was going to say that I didn't say in the previous video about my preview for the Three Arena show. I was going to say that by not releasing music before playing these dates in Ireland and UK, I think it puts more pressure on them to put on a good show, because if they don't put on a good show and it's like lots of fumbling about and restarts to songs and it's like lots of tuning in between and Kevin's like not happy and with the sound engineer and stuff, then they haven't got the new music to fall back on. Like, at least if they released new music, then they could say, you know, if it's a crap show, they can always just say, well, at least we've got a new album out, so you can't complain too much. But they haven't. So it really puts the pressure on these shows being fantastic. Um, That's what I think. In my opinion, I think if they have the safety nets of new music, then at least if the show is a bit kind of ropey and it's not flowing as well as it should, then at least they can say, you know, they've got new music which has satisfied the fans in the meantime. But they haven't, so they're kind of really risking it um, with doing a show for the first show in 5 years. And I don't know how they sort of get the rust off, how they get the rust off themselves really after such a long break. Um, I mean, coming back in 2008 must have been a really challenging thing to do after that long hiatus from well, not playing live since '92, basically before 1992. Um, they were just a studio band for a few years after that, and then they totally called it quits in like '97. Um, so yeah, that Michael Brennan done a fantastic job back then of getting them up to speed. Um, yeah, so I read all of Turn My Head Into Sound, and yeah, a lot of it was stuff I already knew, to be honest. Like, it was basically stuff that was compiled neatly into one book, which is, I think, is a great thing. Even though I've obviously read a lot of the points, a lot of the articles, but it's great how it puts it all in one space. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff I didn't know. Like the production techniques were really interesting surrounding Loveless and Isn't Anything. Found out about the 2013 album, um, what pedals he used and stuff, and like Wonder 2 got a really good write up. The final track from MBV. Um, yeah, and it was soon as well. They really highlighted that track as being a definitive turning point for Kevin Shields. Um, but yeah, great book. Yeah, very short book. I thought it was going to be a bit thicker. Um, they didn't really expand much more really on the 2010s decade really. They kind of zoomed on from the 2008 reunion and right up until the 2020s. It kind of wasn't a lot to say there, which I thought there would be a lot more. I thought that kind of late 2010s period would have been very active for them because they did come back, didn't they, in 2018 and did a few more shows where they showcased a couple of new songs, didn't they, that were still in the works. So I thought they were going to expand on that and actually explain what was happening in Shield's mind during that period. But they didn't really touch on that. But yeah, overall, a great book and a very quick read. I pretty much read it in like probably like 7 nights, like probably like a week's worth of nights, really. Yeah, it didn't take me long. Um, some really interesting sort of personality revelations as well. Like, I didn't expect Kevin Shields to be so aggressive in certain moments. You know, he comes across as quite a soft guy and quite a just a relaxed kind of hermit guy. But when when you get on the wrong side of him, he really he's got some interesting moments in that book, like something to do with before their old label before creation. They try to put ecstasy and wine back out, like after MBV got some success with Isn't Anything and surrounding EPs, and then like Kevin got the Primal Scream guys, like they're sort of bouncers, I think, like bodyguards and stuff, and went to the went to the actual like label headquarters and like smashed through the window and like just smashed all the CDs and stuff and threatened to like burn the place down or something. So yeah, I didn't expect stuff like that to come from such a humble guy, but yeah, and there was the other things as well. Like he was really threatened to call the police on what was it again? Yeah, on like people trying to make remasters or something, and yeah, it was just, yeah, it's quite a really interesting read. But yeah, go to that Dublin pub if you can, and let me know in the comments if you are going, and let me know what it actually consists of, because my first instinct is that it would be an acoustic show, just being a small, with it being just a small pub, I would think it would just be an acoustic show, because surely they would be too loud, wouldn't they, to play as a full band electrified. So yeah, very intrigued by what's happening tonight. But anyway, from DBS Plymouth Studio, see you later, guys. And yeah, next video I make, it'll probably be MBV footage and a vlog of my journey, or maybe not, because I don't want to be filming myself all the time and remembering to film here and there. I just want to enjoy my experience in Dublin. So I might not do a vlog, but I'll certainly take some photos of my journey, and I can timeline it like that. So yeah, thanks guys for listening. See you later.